actually a nice top.
Well,
But this has been painted green.
yeah, who the hell painted this green?
I don't know. Action.
Action?
Cover up your face.
Face? Face? All right. What do you choose to do some kind of decorative effect on?
This is a table that's got a nice look. It would be, could have a real marble top. I'm going to do a faux marble top.
But
on
if
this.
you look at it, it's not carved three-dimensionally. It's not really fancy. It's something that you certainly couldn't destroy the value of by doing a decorative paint effect on. So this is the perfect kind of table for this project.
It is, and I found it, and it's got this ugly green on it to begin with. Base has got nothing on it. The apron is kind of cracked. I'm going to utilize that finish too. I'm not going to strip it because who cares?
No strip, no quit. Yeah, that's
So,
right.
What we're going to do is use oil Japan colors.
Dry very quickly.
And we're going to do effect a black and green and white kind of marble. So the first thing we want to do, which I already did, was I sanded the top down with some 100 grit paper, and we're going to proceed.
That gives it a tooth for the paint to adhere.
If you've got proof. Yes.
Second thing, take the glasses off the table, put them on your face.
I have to put them on, but I have to get over here because I got to do this. I need the gloves.
Come on. Michael Kidd did the choreography for
This-
this one. Because Fosse, he's dead.
This is my palette. There are many other palettes, but this is mine. So here's some black paint. Here is some white.
You took the top off and acted like you were surprised. This is white. Okay, I'll do it with white then.
White. Now where's my little can? This is some green.
He's from the south.
See? Here's some
Green.
green here.
That would be the highlight.
So what we're going to do is, what I like to do, first, because this is going to be a black top, so we're going to go over this. I need that white gallon of paint thinner there. First, I'm going to put this on, stuff it in the pockets like my old man used to do when he used to cook with the kitchen towel. Because I'm going to put some paint thinner in here.
This is before he painted the entire
Put this
walls
back
of
here.
the interior of the house in winter with oil paint.
My old man, yeah, he did. And you know what else he used to do?
What?
Before latex, 1962. I'm 7 years old. 7 years old, and he'd be painting, and everybody seemed happy, including me. And we'd go out into the yard with the little
That was the fumes making you happy.
Yeah, the little faucet there, right? And my father, I'd see his hands. He'd use the turpentine, and I would see his hands go from this color to all green. Because he's taking it off. And I'm there, and I'm a little kid, and my father's there, and he'd say, put his hands over my face, say, smell that. And I would go, wow, that's great.
You could have put him in jail for that.
And to this day, that's what, I think.
That's how you get high.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, that's right.
No, actually, I love the smell of turpentine in the morning. Now, where's
Marijuana
that
is legal in certain states. In certain Eastern European
use
countries, turpentine is
gonna put-
legal to
look.
huff. Ooh, that's drippy.
This is black Japan color. It's actually called solid lamp covering black. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to get my brush here. This is the paint thinner right here.
When doing marbleizing, you need the background first. However, I have not inquired as to how Mr. Lorario is going to marbleize his foreground, but in whatever manner he does, I will mention another way to do it.
Move back.
Certainly.
What other way?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna surprise you and them. How do you like that, Chief?
I'm waiting.
No, because you have to model. But there's model putting on.
Oh,
And
you're
there's
not going to
model-
talk about the plastic, are you?
No.
Look, I like this already. I'm going to draw a picture now. Look.
That's an escarole.
Look, see?
I think we're done.
Kind of looks nice that way, doesn't it?
No.
I'm practicing my circles.
There's no such thing as being able to draw a straight line. No one can do it. Anybody who tells you can, they're lying.
I have done it.
Now, as in so many activities, you got to work with it while it's wet.
Yeah. Wait, I gotta get this glove on. Work with it while it's wet, because if it dries,
Then you can't work with it,
so I'm gonna
or it
take-
won't work with you.
Look here. Let's get this.
And by it, I mean the table.
Get this.
He looks off obliquely in nonchalance.
I'm gonna put some white here. Right. Right, white.
The background is black. You don't want to smooth out these drippy thingies over
No.
there? No? Okay, fine.
Let's get some green over
Alright.
here. Okay. And put this over here. Right.
By the way, anybody can do this. He's doing it today, but even I, his faithful Jewish companion, Tantostein, knows how to do this. And in fact, I teach people how to do this in collegiate adult education night schools.
Really?
Yes. For 10 years I've done it. Oh, the health benefits. Fabulous. Had they only not looked up my credentials. Anyway, I showed up one day. I said, I got a TV show. They said, come on in. Later, they said, what? Crumbled up newspaper, doing foreground modeling with the white paint. Do you see him looking at his work? He can do that because he's an expert at this. When I would teach this, the number one mistake people would make, and I'm not kidding, is they would try and be too careful with this modeling effect. And you'd get equidistant modeling
Well, it's gotta
in
be.
perfect rows. And I'd say you're trying too hard to be organized and regular. Nature is random.
Hey, look at us.
Yeah, right.
Right,
And
right.
so I'd literally say, the next time you try this, close your eyes and do it. And it would always come out better.
Well, I always found that when you're teaching a lot of people to do it, everybody's looking at everybody else's work because they're so unconfident of themselves. Now, I'm going to take this larger brush here, which is kind of a, you know,
It's a feathering motion
and this is,
to blur the modeling so as to obscure the hard edges, because that's how it appears in nature. This can be done with spray paint, but we're in an enclosed space.
spray paint is very difficult because it dries quickly, but it can be done on small objects. This is just getting the under, the foundation,
Now,
kind of.
you can all observe how Joe put on black and then added white.
And I'm going to do
There
that.
is another way to do it that, frankly, and I will be frank, I enjoy more. And that is, he could have put white down first and then black over top of that. And then instead of adding white to the black, he could have crumbled up newspaper and kept it dry and removed the black and revealed the white. I actually like to do it that way better. But that's why there's literally vanilla and chocolate. Oh my God, the perfect metaphor. I'm so bored of the sound of my own voice, you can't imagine.
My glasses just broke. See, now I'm liking this.
I like it too.
See, I got that blurred background there, and then I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for.
You
some,
got that right, Chief.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. I'm gonna go for this.
What's his background like?
Now-
Blurred.
Now I'm gonna lay in. Let me. Where's? Let me have
You
this.
gonna feather some more?
I'm gonna put a little bit of green in here. A little bit of
Green on a model or green on a vein?
a verdigris.
You know, sometimes I say things that don't make any sense, and I know people think it's dirty, but it's not. It's not.
Why are you banging your foot?
I'm
You
counting.
nervous, or do you have to go to the bathroom?
I was taught to do multiplication by a Mr. Wilbur Post. So this is. Oh, and Carol Post,
Yes.
Wilbur's wife on Mr. Ed. Oh, completely hot for her. I know you can have your Samanthas. You can have your Jean. No, not Jeannie. I need her as well.
Okay. I can't get like I'm doing a dance.
You want me to turn it around?
I don't. You don't have gloves on, and I didn't.
Well, I
want
can reach underneath.
Let me see. Let me see what I got here.
You didn't paint the underside. Ah, with the artist brush, he pushes. He pushes as he twirls the brush, creating a vein of entirely extraneous explanation.
I don't know where I'm going now.
Do a tributary, because many veins in marble are created off one main vein. No, still not dirty. Get your minds out of the gutter. This is about nature.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself get absolutely soaking wet. It's raining men.
That hard. Not that. Now look what you did.
I didn't do nothing. I did not do that.
The marbling is dry. Now we're going to coat it, just to seal it. Look.
Hey, Joe, what are you doing? Oh, I should have said that earlier. I remember when that used to hold beer.
What, this?
Yeah.
The flagon, yeah. Looks like space, the final frontier.
Where's my fabric?
These are the voyages of the Star Trek Starship Enterprise. Here, let that dry. That a hair I got on there.
You know, keep that off my button.
No, here's it's fine. Fine, fine. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, dry.
Ooh, that's the cutest little brush.
Let's just coat this up. We got some poly on here now.
How come your brush has such a little handle, mister?
It's for getting into tight spots, but it was the smoothest, most chiseled brush that I could find at your paint store. Some brushes are real unbalanced and they don't.
And this is to get a nice even top or finish coat.
Right.
That's poly, right?
It's Poly Pop. Poly Pop. Just do the edge. Now I'm going to fill in the center. And it's got a nice, this is a gloss poly. Remember we talked about gloss polys and semi-gloss. Semi-gloss polys have flattening agents in them. And they allow the finish to dry to a semi-gloss or a satin. This has none. So this is,
And of course, it replicating marble, you want it as shiny as possible
Sure.
because that's what people do with real marble.
and I'm going to dull it down. I think I'm going to buff this out when this dries, and then we'll put
Really?
some wax on it
Why would you dull it down?
to make it look and feel better.
We're going to invite Norm to come in here and dull this program down.
Norm is sleeping right now.
Later, we'll do the Norm impression voice off coupled with the Jackie Vernon.
Jackie Vernon, who talked like this, and Norm talked like that.
They're pretty much the same guy, except one of them's dead and fat and funny.
Jackie Vernon was a very funny man. That's it.
He died eating a piece of cherry pie in the automat. Little door came down and broke his neck.
Got cottage cheese once. Cottage cheese not supposed to make noise.
I asked the waiter for cherry herring. He brought me cherries with herring all over it.